Modern digital production relies on a highly centralized architecture. Every generated asset and published video currently routes through massive, corporate-owned data silos. For independent creators, scaling output creates a bottleneck. To increase production volume, operators are forced to stack multiple specialized SaaS subscriptions. These platform fees compound over time. The toolset required for ideation, SEO, and scripting creates a permanent financial drain on an independent creator's revenue. There is a common assumption that accessing high-level AI throughput requires paying ongoing, marked-up platform fees. That model is being challenged by a migration towards decentralized, sovereign AI pipelines. Operators are detaching their workflows from the centralized cluster. This operational shift is defined by the Bring Your Own Key, or BYOK, architecture. The definitive execution of this shift is the VibeTube AI desktop app version 1.1.1. VibeTube is not a browser-based web application. It is a 500 megabyte native Windows executable that runs entirely on your local hardware. This local application generates the specific outputs of a multi-role production pod at zero recurring cost. Moving compute power from cloud platforms to local hardware allows creators to scale their content networks without increasing their monthly overhead. To understand the economics of BYOK, we must look past the theory and examine the literal hardware environment on your desk. While browser-based apps route queries through third-party servers, a native local executable establishes a direct, secure pipeline to the foundational AI model. The protocol begins when the user generates their own Gemini 3.1 Pro key directly through Google Cloud. Handling raw API keys introduces a strict security requirement for any local application. VibeTube AI is built to ensure the user's API key is never stored in plaintext. Instead, the key is encrypted and locked locally within the Windows system keychain immediately upon launch. Securing the key locally creates a direct financial advantage for the operator. This direct connection removes the SaaS middleman, meaning there is no third-party markup applied to the processing power you use. Google Cloud currently provides generous free tier allowances for developers accessing the Gemini API. VibeTube's prompt chaining engine is specifically designed to work within these free tier limits. Traditional SaaS platforms often utilize the exact same Gemini API, but package it into a restricted interface with a significant monthly subscription fee. This architecture requires no Node.js installation or developer experience. The native executable works immediately out of the box. By moving the point of execution to your local machine, you capture the economic value of the AI's compute power, rather than surrendering it to a platform owner. Professional intelligence requires context, but manually feeding data into an AI slows the production loop. The engine automates this intake through universal URL search grounding. You simply provide a target web address. As a native Windows application, the engine can parse dynamic data from X, Instagram, or LinkedIn that web-based SaaS tools are often blocked from scraping. The software ingests the feed data and pipes it directly into the Gemini 3.1 Pro core. The AI then categorizes this raw data against 20 internal industry themes, ensuring the response is calibrated for sectors like SaaS, real estate, or gaming. High-volume data parsing naturally raises concerns about hidden API costs. The live API cost tracker addresses this by showing your precise token usage and exact dollar spend per session in real time. This constant visibility proves the efficiency of the BYOK model during every generation cycle. The interface supports this workflow with native desktop behavior, including right-click menus and standard keyboard shortcuts like Control-Enter to generate. URL grounding ensures the AI acts as a strategist, informed by specific, real-world data rather than a generic text generator. Measured, we can now map the actual output generated when that URL is processed. A traditional production pod, including an SEO specialist, a scriptwriter, and a visual director, represents a significant operational cost. VibeTube is built to automate the specific technical outputs these roles provide. One generation command triggers an expansion into 19 discrete, parallel data streams. The first output block is the YouTube SEO suite, providing character-counted titles, structured descriptions, and up to 20 trending tags. It simultaneously produces engagement assets, including a pinned comment with call-to-action hooks and a complete video script outline. The engine then generates the social media cross-posting bucket with pre-written copy for X, LinkedIn, and Instagram. The system moves beyond text to provide specific routing for asset production. It generates guided paste-and-go prompts for NotebookLM, allowing you to instantly create high-fidelity audio and infographic assets. It also drafts a visual asset pipeline with cinematic sequence prompts ready for rendering in Midjourney or Runway. To handle long-term growth, the software utilizes the Infinite Series engine. This engine analyzes the current output to automatically propose the next logical sequel in the series. This creates a perpetual content pipeline, removing the friction of manual ideation. All 19 discrete outputs are then compiled into a single Markdown archive via the Export All function. By generating this volume of strategic assets from a single URL, a single operator can maintain the production capacity of an entire agency pod. Maintaining this level of production volume typically requires significant, recurring monthly capital. VibeTube AI provides this capacity through a one-time lifetime license fee of $49.99 with no subscription fees. The software is delivered instantly, using your order number and email to unlock the executable locally. The geography of digital production is shifting. Operators are routing around centralized platforms. The future belongs to the sovereign operator. By running autonomous local BYOK engines, creators can permanently escape the SaaS trap and own their entire production cycle.